Hello, hello. Nice. We're getting ready here to start momentarily. This may be off. Hold on. Yeah. No, it's too short. Oh, we're good.
I like it.
Alright, now I can actually hear you as well. Switch my headset around. Oh, the sheet
Nice.
fell off again.
Welcome to our event finals. My name is John Denver. I don't know that I say your name out loud very often, Mike, so I hope I said that correctly.
Oh, no worries. Actually, at work, I just get referred to by my last name.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great last name.
Ah, thank you.
So, this is our finals of the Jersey Curlz in February of 2022. This is our first day with our new mixing boards, headset, commentary, and on-ice microphones. Mike and I currently each wearing 2 sets of headsets, one on our neck, one on our heads, and we will be attempting to commentate for both the Sheet 1 and Sheet 2 streams, depending on which one you're watching. We will do our best to make a distinction of the 2 teams as we comment on the different rocks. Seemed to work pretty well in the B and D event finals that just wrapped up. We're going to carry that tradition forward. And it looks like they did switch these up for us. That's nice. So the A event final will be on the Sheet 2 side. Probably strictly for the commentators, so we appreciate that.
So accommodating. Oh, you hold on. You're actually muted on the other headset.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. There's a button somewhere.
Okay. Glad that you noticed.
All right.
All right. Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. These headsets actually, when you mute yourself, the red light goes on, which is
Oh, that's smart.
amazing for work.
I mean, you pick it up in peripheral.
Yeah, this way at work you know when you're safe to speak your mind.
Yes, we do have on-ice microphones. I think we have them dialed back that we don't hear too much conversation on the ice. But we will hear some yells for sweeps. See some rocks moving around.
Yeah, I think it's really important to have these ice shed mics. Just the ambience is such a big part of curling. Like even if
so
you don't
much.
make out what is being said, just having the chatter and the roar
Yeah.
of the rocks, I think makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I know we did some practice streaming for a previous spiel here, and it's just tough to watch when it's totally right.
We'll try to get the information from sheet 1, but here on sheet number 2 we have Team Prohaska facing off with Team Lloyd. Team Prohaska being skipped by Nicole Prohaska, vice by Jassy Carr. Second is Charlotte Clark, and lead Deborah Martin.
They're throwing yellow rocks.
That's right, thank you. And Team Lloyd is skipped by Carolyn Lloyd, vice by Janine Fermander, Gretchen Chacha, oh man, I butchered that, but on second, could be Kiacha, and Julie Kim as their lead. I believe they are from Philadelphia?
That sounds right.
Close enough that we can claim that they're from Philadelphia,
Yeah.
at any rate.
Definitely driving distance, and we appreciate that they came out. During COVID, it's been pretty tough for most bonspiels here in the Northeast to get enough teams to even to play. There's been a lot of cancellations this season, so it's great to still be able to host this, and it's great some of the outside teams came over to Jersey.
Yeah, after the long break, it's good to see familiar faces.
Yeah. Deb Martin with a rock here on sheet 2. Thank you.
Just going for the takeout on the rock that they drew into the house. Looks like she'll make contact.
For both our sheet 1 and sheet 2 streams, Mike and I would welcome some feedback, just to let us know if our audio levels sound good or not.
Yeah, they're not. We'll twist some dials and hope it works.
That's right. I can sit, directly underneath the fan, get a ton of feedback, eat a bunch of chips on the mic, that sort of thing.
Yeah, really get that work from home feeling to our
Yes.
broadcast. Maybe we'll build in a moment of silence and then go, oh, I'm sorry, I was on double mute.
I was multitasking. What was that ticket about?
Yeah.
Over on sheet 1, we've got 2 guards in play to start us out. Pretty even match. We're going to get a third guard. Teams are figuring out the speeds, figuring out the lines, figuring out the curl. Congratulations to all of our 4 teams on the ice right now for making the finals, getting piped on, having a shot of apple juice or Drambuie, their choice.
Seems like Team Prohaska is kind of splitting the house with 2 biters.
Well,
Oh,
so I'm
not
sure
quite
if that's
2
off,
biters.
but
It's 1
could be
biter.
bumped later.
Yeah. I believe Team Prohaska is starting with the hammer. I am not positive though. Team Lloyd choosing to take out the one biter Team Prohaska had rolled into the house. Oh, but pushing it in a little more than it was before. And there's the promote you mentioned just 2 shots ago.
Yeah, great chance for yellow here to get behind that one guard.
Yeah, I believe they're going for a split here. Actually hit that yellow from the inside a tiny bit.
Yeah, you're right.
Nudge that onto the rings and then roll behind that center line guard. If that works out, that's a real high value shot.
Charlotte, I think, with her first rock of the game here.
No, that was... she did one already.
Oh, okay. Both sweepers are on it.
That's looking pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great. They're rolling on. They did.
Great shot.
Good team shot. Over on sheet 1, we have 3 center 2 guards, and then a fairly tight red guard. Nothing in quite yet.
Yeah, I think teams are trying to get hang of the speed, fresh ice. So I'm sure they are happy to throw some hits now. Get the ice worked out and get ready for some draws next time. I believe one of the teams is Shot Sisters. Hold on, we can maybe deduce who is playing. Where are the teams? We have, on sheet 1, we got Monica Lynn's team, the Shot Sisters, throwing rocks, but heavy.
I know purple shirts on sheet 1 would be the Shot Sisters. What color are they? They're yellow. So let me update the scoreboard.
Okay.
Scots. Shots Sisters. Who do we think red is?
Philadelphia, maybe? Yes, I believe it's the Philadelphia team.
Nice. Quick update. There we go. Not sure if that hammer on the sheet 1 scoreboard is on the correct side or not, but we'll figure that out. Actually, I think it is correct.
Yeah, Team Prohaska continue just putting rock around the edges of the house, forcing kind of low-value takeouts.
Yeah.
Those don't feel great, but if you don't do them, you'll get in trouble suddenly.
Yeah, I've definitely played in some Spiel games where my opponent gets these little biters at the top early first end, and then they score 4 or 5 of them on you.
That's a nice hit and roll behind, though. Half covered here.
So is Nicole going to go straight for it, or is she going to try to promote? She's thinking it over. Yeah.
That's the promote. Good call.
Yeah, going with the promote, I mean, if they pitch it wide, you can still get it.
I think so,
you
yeah.
might also be able to roll behind your shooter perfectly, too.
Yeah, I think that's a really good option shot. You, as you mentioned, you either raise it nicely, knock it out and roll behind the guard, or if you go wide and miss the yellow, you could hit the red and you have that catcher on the side, I think.
Jaspreet with the first rock. Or maybe second.
That does appear to be wide.
Nice.
But
Well swept.
yeah, there you go. Look
Just
at
gonna
that
roll
call.
back
Not quite on that rock, but
Pretty efficient.
still works. Still got 2 biters there.
Yeah, it would have been really unfortunate if they got that hit, but it rolled to like full back 12, out counting their biters. So being able to roll that out, high value. Over at sheet 1, we've got 2 yellows in the house here. Both are open. Well, depending on which view you believe.
Yeah, I think the left one there, under the
left one
Quaker,
might
is
be.
mostly buried.
Yeah, I think you're right. Traveling the 4-foot line visually upwards.
Also, if anybody listening is interested in sponsoring the Plainfield Curling Club, get in touch.
It's true. We have several houses available for purchase. We'll print you up a beautiful 12-foot vinyl house. Dan's reporting in that our audio sounds good. Thank you, Dan. Much appreciated. And we have reported the spam on sheet 2, so thanks for that, too.
I don't know who Curling is, but they promoted you to moderator, so...
Oh, even better.
Have at it. Oh, thank you for confirming that the audio is sounding well.
Yes, thank you, Dan. So sheet 1, looks like one of those yellows got bumped back, but not fully out of the house. Yellow's happy about that. Yellow's going to try to clear this red out of the 12-foot.
And yellow has hammer
They
as
take
well.
an inside roll if they can get it.
So yellow in a good position here on sheet 1. They have hammer, 2 more rocks left to 1 red. They could set up 3.
Sweepers are giving their feedback on this brew position.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Listen to your front end, guys.
Oh, yeah. Good friend Ed is watching the line, trying to weigh in. Drives me a little crazy when we're setting a guard, middle of the game, and I ask the skip, you know, like, where do you actually want this guard line-wise? And I hate getting the answer of like, oh, the vice will tell you. It's like, no, just tell me. I know how to finish a rock. You want a full 4 foot? I will put exactly middle 4 foot. Oh, it's just going to get by. Oh, now you want to sweep it by. Oh. Probably would have made contact on sheet 1 on that back yellow either way, but sometimes if you stay on it, you can skate it by and not lose your own. That's okay.
I think that yellow on the left side on the Quaker is still hidden enough that it will be really tough for red to remove.
Yeah.
They're electing to...
Is this red's last rock?
It is.
Sheet 1?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yellow has hammer. I'm guessing they're just trying to draw in.
I think so.
A little confused with the broom placement. Customary to do it on the T-line, I think, for draws, but
Yeah.
whatever floats their boat. Meanwhile, here on sheet 2, Team Prohaska building up a nice chance for a deuce at minimum. Team Lloyd, though, with a beautiful roll. That's going to be tough to get to. We see about a quarter rock from the hack.
It would not surprise me if they play another promote on their own yellow into it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And this is yellow hammer as well, so most certainly. If they ever catch that on the inside and roll into the house, that could be a big shot.
Oh, and they're trying to decide who's shot right now. I guess it's red. Either way, you want to get that red out of there.
Definitely red.
Right. Sheet 1, is this the hammer underway, or is this still the red?
This is red's last rock.
Oh, this is still the red
it's
draw.
On the way. I think they are raising their red or trying to get an in off the red.
Hot, though.
Oh, I'm not sure I agree with that shot. That kind of just replaced the rock.
Yeah. What's up, weight? So, sheet 1. Looks
Yellow's
like the
sitting
Shot
one already.
sisters are going to have a chance for 2. Over on sheet 2.
The Curlz rock is en route.
Raise, promote, hammer
It's
attempt.
Oh, needs to move a little more. I believe they will not get that.
Point there. It's okay. It's still early.
Oh, so
Red's
red
gonna
with
manage
his
to steal
steal.
one.
Nice job.
Over on sheet 2. And again, over on sheet 1, our yellow hammer is being shined up now.
Needs bite 8. Monica electing with the out turn, draw around.
I like it because you can still just come down the nose on your own yellow and still be a second shot.
Oh, the skip's running out.
Vice is out there early.
Oh.
I guess they want to make sure they get by.
Oh no, they got plenty of room. It's just very light.
Yeah.
It's gonna stop right
That's
after
early.
the hog line. Yeah.
That's only her second rock of the game, so.
Still score 1.
On sheet 2, we've got our opening rock of the second ends coming in. They are going to set a classic center guard. Nice shot.
Great finish by the sweepers. Got it like nicely to the center line.
Yeah. I'm not sure I can hear you right now. There you go.
I can hear. Oh.
There you go. I think you might have just said it with your head turned. But you're right. You were complimenting the sweepers for their finish onto the center line. Correct. It's a great shot. We are early into the second end of our A and C event finals, depending on which stream you're watching. Mike and I are both wearing 2 headsets, one around our neck, one on our head. We are commentating into both streams.
Looks like Team Prohaska changing up the strategy a little bit, electing to go for a high corner guard here. While in sheet 1, the teams are still trying to figure out the speed of the ice. Team Lloyd coming with a really wide draw around, trying to tuck behind their guard.
That's just going to sit maybe full 8 T-line.
Nicole Prohaska with no hesitation calling for a hit and roll right away.
It's a long roll with our rocks sometimes. Really, if she rolls outside a touch, that's not bad either here. Sweepers are on it. Sheet 2.
Yeah,
I think it
sweepers
fell
off it.
back out.
Looks like they're liking it. Looks like a nose hit. Oh, slight roll.
Good shot. I think we're going to trade these until somebody gets the ideal roll.
As we see so often on TV, both
Yeah.
teams just trying to find that inside angle a little bit.
Over on sheet 1, we've got a fairly open house. Oh, unfortunately, yellow has hogged the second rock. That must be playing pretty slow for him so far. I'm sure it'll speed up. Over on sheet 2, sometimes this line falls out around the middle. I think that's what just happened right there.
Yeah, I heard a theory, since our warm room door is right there.
Ah,
The hot air blowing in there kind of
Okay.
melts the ice tiny bit more than elsewhere on the sheet. That's why we have like kind of a pit right there.
I like that. I mean,
Seems-
I don't like the result. but
Yeah,
I
it
like that
sounds
theory.
plausible, yeah.
Yeah. I was out in Pittsburgh a few weeks ago, and I saw some sublimation for the first time. One of their walls is, one of their concrete walls has soil running the height of it, and the other wall does not. It's exposed to open air. And the soil side had sublimation where, like, almost a full inch along that wall side sheet, right at the edge, was just gone. So they were doing the best that they could with it, but man, crazy sublimation.
I believe that's a new club, right? They're probably still figuring in the ins and outs
Yeah.
of everything.
And they did a great job. If you have a chance to, yeah, yep. I apologize. That was Nashville that I was talking about.
Also, still holds true, still a very new club, and they are definitely
Absolutely.
still figuring everything out. Hot climates also make it hard to control the ice. Not that Nashville is hot, but definitely much colder, warmer than we have here in the Northeast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Team Lloyd here with a beating
draw.
Team Prohaska to the punch, getting the hit and roll right behind the center line guard, sitting on the button now.
You're going to hear the awards ceremony for the previous two finals in the microphones here. I think Nicole was looking to clear one of these high guards so she can have a late look at that red rock on the button. Charlotte with the throw. Looks pretty nice.
And nice peel.
Rolling the shooter out. Great job. Over on sheet 1, we've got, might be a freeze attempt. Sweeper stay on. Oh, it really died late on. But a good adjustment. Sheet 2 red just had one of the guards removed off the center line, so I think they're going to try to put that on back.
I think I'm just trying to draw in around that.
Yeah, even if they just like go full 12 on the center, that'd be great too. That's a touch light. I think they're just going to get a guard out of it. Although I'm judging this terribly from the glass, so no, it's fine.
That's
in
very
general,
nice
when
shot.
I think it's light by looking at the glass, it's great. Good shot.
Attempting the run back here now.
Yeah. I've seen Nicole make this shot a lot in our Monday night competitive league here at Plainfield.
Jassy as well.
It's just going to clear,
decent. I
and
think
that's
it's just a peel, but that works.
Yeah. Red's going to be happy on sheet 2 with a rock anywhere on center. The call is to put another one in the house here. Over on sheet 1, we just had a bump. It's hard to tell who shot on sheet 1. But I doubt both those rocks will stick in the same position once all the rocks are thrown, so we'll see. Sheet 2, the call is to bring another one into the house on the center line. As usual, it looks light to me, looking at the glass.
That looks light to me as well. That sweeper's got the work cut out for them. Just get it right over the hog line. That is leaving the rock somewhat exposed, though, I believe. It's a very high guard. I think with the outturn, you should be able to get to at least one of them.
Yeah, I think it'll snap back to center. Let you nose here. That's what Jaspreet is being asked to throw. She throws a heater when you need her to.
Yeah, that looks like it's gonna have good pace on it too. Oh,
It was a little tight on the release.
I believe so. Can they hold it?
Oh,
that's gonna be real tight.
I think they got it by. I think it's by.
Great sweep by Charndon.
Yeah.
Just misses the double, but still great peel there.
Yeah.
Nice team shot.
Nice roll too. Might be buried behind that corner guard.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
I think if you're red, you can't afford to really worry about that rolled yellow. I think you gotta protect your shot rock here on button.
Certainly, I agree with you.
same logic here. Fighter's okay. Full smoke's okay.
Oh, some hooting going on. Somebody wants some money.
Oh. We run a Calcutta for several of our spiels, so you put in 20, 30 bucks, and you get assigned another team at random. And if your assigned team wins, well, you win money.
No, it's not gambling, it's a donation.
Yes. There are no net proceeds.
Should have read some safe harbor
Yeah, that's true.
statement here.
So, sheet 2. The Reds is looking to protect their shot on the button here. And they did just that. Little fist bump from the sweepers there on a rock well swept.
Yeah, we'll see what they like
I bet
to do.
Nicole runs that guard back,
Yeah.
just knowing her game.
This is well in her ballpark for sure.
Yeah.
I think she's
Oh,
going
she might
trying
have the
to
port.
just. Oh, I mean, if anybody on this ice can do it, my money would be on her for sure.
Yeah.
So
Fun fact, the first handful of games when I was finally invited up into the big leagues of our Monday competitive league, I played for Nicole, and she threw the fastest rock that I've ever swept next to.
Oh.
And I told her that. And so her second shot with hammer, she needed to move like 5-6 rocks, and she threw one faster.
Yeah, nice.
And she succeeded.
Yeah.
Throwing the port.
Oh, calling
I
off
think
the
it's
sweepers?
by.
Just
Close.
not.
Over on sheet 1, too, they were looking at that yellow gun.
I don't think that's pointing. Oh, with a drag you could get it, but this pretty.
I think they were just thinking for it to be second shot.
Oh, well,
Just drive yourself into like a top 4 center.
then yeah, I would go for that. Like a tap up to top
Yeah.
4.
I mean, any contact on it like shrinks the rings.
I think yellow is
pretty
sitting
high
first
percent
shot
shot.
here already.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like that.
Yet if on sheet 1, if what's that? I think Nicole just turned and pointed at me through the glass, and I think that high weight port shot was dedicated to me.
She didn't hear us, which makes it even better.
Yeah. I don't think she knew that I was singing her praises.
So
Yellow is trying that gun over on sheet 1. I like it. Good result. Kind of crowds the center a bit more. Oh, I like this too. Red's gonna throw the promote. Oh no, Red's gonna.
no, I think they're trying to run that.
I think they're trying to run it too. Now that you say it, that's a hard run.
Yeah,
The value of trying this run is that your run-up red rock will actually roll into the 4-foot, versus if you tried it from the other side, you'd probably jam if you tried to get an inside roll.
Well, either way, I'm all for tap ups and run backs. We don't see enough of those, so
No.
happy to see the shot call here.
Yeah, and this is nice too, because even if you just end up clearing it, you open up room for your hammer.
So on sheet
Smart call.
On sheet 2, Team Lloyd elected to replace the guard. They got a little tight to the ring, so I think Nicole is seeing an opportunity here to get them both. They're lined up pretty perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen Nicole make shots like this all the time, so. Get a quick little photo here. Photo of our setup as well.
Here it goes. Sweepers on it.
Nicole's
Oh, I think
raise
it's gonna
taken
hit.
is underway.
Oh, got
She almost got it on the plan B though. Fun to watch.
Definitely. Team Lloyd with another
Red's gonna
steal, though.
Yeah, Red's got a nice steal. And I guess an interesting outcome, I didn't see it go down on sheet 1.
Looks like they did get the run to an extent. Lost the
To an extent, yeah.
lost something.
They lost their backing on the left side, but they did roll in the raised rock. That's nice. Mike, I'm getting the shot of us. Nice.
Would you like a Ricola, by the way?
Sure, why not? Thank you. So on sheet 1 here, I think we've got the yellow hammer coming in. Yellow's looking to take 3. All he needs a nose hit here. This Ricola is delicious.
That's my secret to curling. I always have a pocket full of them.
What was the white candy that Elena put in the near side bin?
So when we went to the Spartan race, our company sent us like a whole like Greek packet, and it was actually ouzo candy.
Okay. Are you doing the Spartan race in late April? New Jersey?
No, we're doing Palmerton though.
Okay. I am signed up for my first ultra in that Jersey one.
Yeah, and for those who aren't familiar with it, it's a very long race with many obstacles, much mud, and all the best to you on that.
Thanks. Thankfully they schedule them, late April, early May, when the average person has just spent like 4 months inside. So I'll probably have run a total of like 15 miles in this calendar year before that. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
But the rowing helps, so.
Oh, I bet.
So my first 20 minutes, my endurance will be right there. It'll be the 11 hours of racing after that. That'll get me. But enough of that, and back to the action. Let's, I apologize. Sheet 1, that was not the hammer from yellow. I didn't see that red had a rock, so it is red hammer coming up.
A little bit of a weird development. Oh, yeah, let's watch that first. Sheet 2 the build-up is very unusual. I think Team Prohaska decided to switch up the strategy a little bit after giving up 2 steals and playing into the house now.
So sheet 1, it looks like Philly is just electing to draw.
Are you sure?
Well, it's hammer, and they're sitting a 1. I'm not certain with this broom.
Yeah, me neither. If I had to guess, it's a tap up, but
it's a weird tap, though, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is fine.
Okay, they're trying to. Yeah, I guess they could run their red, and if they double those, if they push those. Oh, I think they're trying to go for like a triple here, where they nudge the red into the yellow and then spill off onto their red and nudge those 2 yellows.
Is that possible? Could you run the? Could you run that top 8-foot biter off and still run the 2 on the left?
I'm not sure.
Just seems unlikely. But I like this call from like the perspective of you have backing. It's hard. This is harder than the straight draw.
Comes down to skipper's preference, right? Some prefer.
And these teams are in the finals. I mean, they've been playing well all weekend. So.
Oh, there's a guard. I see. I didn't see that. There's a really high guard that they need to get around.
Oh, this line was great.
Just like, yeah. So that, I think, explains the broom. There's this really high guard.
Yeah. I still wonder if you could have just drawn around that guard from the outside in, but I think, like you said, preference. And yeah, looking at sheet 2 again, all the rocks are behind T. Charlotte Clark, her hit is away. I think this is the double attempt. Sweepers are off it. Just gonna get a piece.
Oh, just enough and past the yellow.
Yeah.
interesting end, though. We've seen everything before the house and T-line, and now we're playing behind here.
Knowing Charlotte, she skated back our way, and I knew what expression she would have on her face. And it was a grimace. Because she always wants to make the A+ shot. She's never happy with just taking that hit.
Could be a growl as well.
I think it's a growl. Yeah, you're right.
Preparing for future games.
I want to know what's in that zippered pocket at the small of her back. For sure. Probably a knife. What do you think? Like a 7-inch hunting blade. No, I don't know.
Snacks. I would pick snacks. Recall us, probably, to be honest. That's what pockets are for.
Over on sheet 1, we've got one red rocking the house here. Looks like yellow's throwing the hit.
That's on sheet 2. They're trying to get in front of these two reds that are grouped now. Trying to create some backing. Which works out reasonably well.
Yeah. As a reminder, our finals here at Plainfield Bonspiels are usually 8 ends, untimed.
Oh, I did not know that. So, good facts.
We had a flash on sheet 1 with that yellow takeout. There might have been a slip on the delivery. Red's bringing another one in. Little bump. That'll do. Yellow's probably going to try the double. Well, this might be a draw. Jane Sharp weighing in on the target, asking to be a little tightened up. This is just outside a bit. Front sheet 2. Jaspreet's rock is away. Sweepers are pounding it.
They're trying
to freeze down onto it, but
get a little tighter than they did on the last after the peel by Team Lloyd.
They're holding it.
Oh, that works out pretty well for them. Great sweep there.
Oh, really good sweep. Nice job by Devonshire there.
Sheet 1, the draw came up a little bit short. Now Red trying to build on their advantage and get one more rock in there. Beat them to the draw while having 2 in the front.
Yeah, having those 2 in the front offset too is really helping you out. Oh yeah, what was the score?
It's 1 for whoever didn't score in the first. Yep.
Is it 1?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you need to hit update.
Oh yeah. So, on sheet 1, it looks like that draw attempt around the top 12 rocks went a little deep. So Yellow's going to have
It hung on
shooter.
though, so.
Yellow's having a different shooter take a shot at it.
There you go. Going for the double now. Ah, just misses it.
But satisfying to get that hit. Over in sheet 2, everything is still behind the 2.
There's a big pocket forming slowly.
Yellow is happy to draw down into that pile. Nice little hit.
Rolling right, nicely in front of the red.
Mike, if you're red here, what do you do on sheet 2?
Yeah, I would freeze on either one of these yellows. I think shrink the scoring area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think
Or
there's...
or even hang one on the button.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't think I would throw any kind of hit on sheet 2.
I think you lose red's
Yeah.
probably the outside yellow there. I think the one that's nearest to the forefoot, you could chip out and then roll in front of the other yellow. I think that would be the best shot possible.
Yep.
But it's a very high difficulty, so I would just probably draw into that pile. Sit
Yeah,
near
take any
it.
freeze that you can get. And like you said, if it's dead button, that's pretty great too.
There's a danger. That was a little bit deep and sits next to that red one for yellow to really punch something out later.
Yeah. But you're happy if you're red on this end in general. Because anytime yellow wants to hit you, yellow rock's either going to spill or be behind T by the nature of the location.
Carolyn Lloyd's first rock on the way.
Over on sheet 1, it looks like yellow was successful and has now cleared both of those red rocks that used to be sitting in the high top 12.
This is getting dangerous here for red. I think they did exactly what I called out.
You did?
Would
Yeah.
be a danger.
Yeah, you said this shot would be risky if they sat side by side, and that's where they went.
That said, if yellow puts a rock there, they will form a pocket, giving red an
Right.
out on the next shot. But at present, yellow is
might
sitting
be
1 and 2.
sitting 2. I'm sure there's a lot of different strategy on where to put this rock.
I wonder if you could blast the outside red
Okay.
and spill in and then bump up again. Like our
Oh,
rocks
yeah.
aren't too bouncy, and I'm not sure that that's the best shot, but could
Our
work.
rocks can go uphill. Now, do you like the button if you're yellow here, or do you like
Yes,
top
I
forward?
would actually. The button is a good call here as well because the backing is very
It's
much in
closer.
your favor.
Do you like top 4 the same?
I think that's maybe a little bit too much room, and you would just chip it up, but then you still have your 3 set up. I think either works. Nicole electing to go for a tap here, it looks like.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I like that shot actually as well.
Reds has to freeze, right? Ideally here, at the pointing. We're talking about sheet 2 at the moment.
I would go, I think, in the pocket, give yellow 1 here, because if you corner freeze here, there is still a chance to kind of chip it out,
Sure.
and yellow is sitting 3 right now.
Yeah.
Whereas in the pocket, you hold them to 2.
Yeah, and like pretty much put it right on center line in that pocket. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think so. Even putting it level with that yellow could be decent.
Oh yeah, you're right. Right in the back forefoot.
Yeah, now that I think of that, I think I like that shot the best.
Yeah.
Because there's almost no way to get from the outside to remove it, and you would just
Right.
jam it in the pocket.
Yeah, and any jam would become third best. Assuming the hammer would be shot after. So the red 8 rock is away here in the third end on sheet 2. We think that they're probably trying to freeze on top of shot rock into the button. But a lot of good things can happen for red here.
Oh, they're on the yellow.
Our camera angle is so deceptive.
Oh, that's dangerous for red.
Oh, it is.
That's
So you probably lose your shooter here.
I.
Well, maybe not. Throw like
You could throw like a
back 8.
cute, very steep angle there and push it right out, but probably safer to
blast it.
just blast it,
Oh, yeah,
roll
I
out,
agree.
and you got your 3 there.
Yeah. Yeah, and if I'm going to pick somebody to throw weight with
Yeah.
accuracy, it's going to be the person about to have the rock in her hand.
Well, the crowd's getting a little rowdy here in the warm room. Respectfully so, quietly. That's what we love in the broadcast booth.
So from the broom placement, I'm guessing this is going to be like hack.
Yeah, I
Maybe
tend to
board.
agree.
I know we've been neglecting the sheet 1 action. We'll jump to that after this hammer on sheet 2. In sheet 2, they're going for the slash. What do you think?
Oh,
Nicole put her hands
they are
up.
asking for more curl. That looks pretty wide. It's not moving at all for her.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's frustrating.
But
That's one
only
steal.
one.
Steal of red. One more.
Both these teams are still in it. Jumping over to sheet 1 for those watching that stream. Got a
Look at
yellow
that.
rock coming in.
That biter from earlier is still in position
Oh, it
at
is.
the back of
yeah,
the house there.
Back red. And I think that was supposed to be like a top house draw when it came in about 8 rocks ago. So we got yellow 7 rock, I think, coming down. They're probably playing a bump here.
I'd agree with that.
You don't want to be short. You can be a little heavy. Actually, rolling back into center wouldn't be bad. Make your opponent make a
Oh,
smaller pocket shot.
okay, that looked much heavier than
Yeah.
it ended up being.
That's pretty tough. So if I'm red, I'm gonna put a rock top 4 center line. I'm probably coming from the other side.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think take that draw away.
Yeah. If you want to, I'm not too worried about yellow making this bump up because it'll only be for 1. Well, it could be for more.
Well, they could spill
Yeah.
for 3 even.
That's why I'd especially want a second rock in.
Looks like they're just trying to remove
Okay.
the last strong rock.
Risky.
Yeah, if they ever hit that not quite right and knock out their own red,
Yeah.
they're in a world of trouble.
I mean, if I'm yellow, I'm happier throwing this.
Alright, here on sheet 2, it looks like Team Prohaska decided they want to keep playing in the house. Drew a rock right in. Team Lloyd seems to be freezing on it, or tapping it back.
Sheet 1, we've got the red 8 rock coming down. I think they want to blast that yellow sitting in the top 8. It is a jam risk. Mike and I are both worried about the jam. Well, it's not going to jam. Oh, it is a draw. Okay. Oh, I like this. Yeah, this is great. Okay. You're basically saying to yellow, you're unlikely to get both our rocks out. Although there is a chance of that.
I
think you got to go for it.
I see a double here, for sure. Not this one. I think you can go directly. It's a narrow port you're navigating, but
Yeah.
I think if you touch one, you touch both, pretty much.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
run
the port
also
is
works.
there. What do they like better? I mean, they might just
Looks like
prefer
the run.
I'm with you, Mike. I think I throw the port. Depends, though. She might just be going to bump up and take her 1. Man, that is a tempting port, though. Again, we're talking about sheet 1 here. Over on sheet 2, we've got 2 rocks just behind the tee. We got a high yellow, yellow hammer. Red's gonna take this yellow rock out at T-line. Our hammer's underway on sheet 1. We're not sure what they're calling yet. We hope it's an attack.
Oh,
Ooh, it
it's
looks
looking decent. Oh,
close.
just over
Oh, it just
curled
cut
down
over.
then.
Good shot by Red. Force yellow to make a hard shot.
And walk
Couldn't
away
quite
with
come up
a
with it.
steal of 2.
Yeah. So after 3 ends, Philadelphia is up over the Shot Sisters, 3-1. Back to sheet 2. Charlotte's giving it the old bowling lean. Deb's trying to
Wow, that
carve
looks
this
like
thing
a-
over. It's cut.
Looks pretty good.
It's cut. She's moving it.
Very nice sweep there by Deb.
Yeah.
This is a
Good
nice
shot.
rock.
Good angle, too.
Yeah, half buried. This is great.
Over on sheet 1, and number 4 is beginning. The red rock is away, and we're looking for a classic center guard.
So, John, let me ask you, seeing that we have 3 ends with stolen 1-pointers, how do you
Yes.
feel about that? I personally, I'm always getting very nervous when that happens because while you're getting ahead,
Uh-huh.
it feels like you're on thin, it's so on the edge still. Since
Oh, you're
1,
right.
1, 1, 1, and they have hammer, right?
Yeah.
They score 1 normal end, and suddenly it
Right,
seems
they
like
suddenly
your whole
put 3
advantage
or
is
4 up.
gone.
Yeah. One mental trick that I always apply to myself and teammates is if someone steals 1 or 2 points on us in the first end, I just visualize it and reframe it as, okay, let's just pretend they had hammer. We're going to have the hammer and end 2 like we would have anyway.
Yeah, it's a good
But
technique.
I'm with you. Like 3-0 looks like a big lead, but you're right. It's been on single steals.
That's it. They made a really nice tap up here, get some
Yep.
separation between the rocks, remove the backing from the yellow.
Yeah, that was great. Shar's leaning again.
So
Good weights though.
everybody that played Mario knows that trick, right? If you want to jump farther, you just lean a little bit to that way.
yeah.
Works in
Get out
curling
of the
too.
couch a
I
little bit.
think, yeah. Second
Over.
option would be Jedi mind tricks, but they are not allowed.
Mm.
Force use is not allowed on the curling sheet.
Mike, I
Hmm?
think you told me you're playing Elden Ring at the moment.
I started, yes.
I had a buddy play like 6 hours and stream it yesterday. I didn't see much of it, but it looks like a very challenging game.
Yeah, I did not realize that. I did not pay attention and did not realize that it's a Souls game.
Okay.
So, well, now I'm in it, so. Alright, let's see here.
Sheet 2, I think red is just trying to clog the port. If they can get by, they'll take it, but that's fine.
Yeah,
It's a very narrow port to get a double. I don't think you can. Maybe you can get back to
I
nose.
think
It'll
if
be
it,
tough though.
yeah, it's an interesting house setup in general.
Back over on sheet 1, red was sitting with.
2, yeah,
They-
and
they
yellow
did.
made a nice hit and roll across to split him up and
Cleared
set.
the high one off. Over on sheet 2 again, Jaspreet is going to be asked to, I think, go for the run back double.
I like that. I think even if you run into your yellow, if you go a little tight, it might jam onto that red in the back.
Yeah.
Either way, it will give you some space on the next shot. This is a tricky house, though.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure who is benefiting here right now.
No. And there's a risk, too. You take
Alright,
off
she's
your own
on
yellow.
the yellow. Didn't quite move over to jam there.
Yeah, red's just going to say, well, not going to give you the clean angle. It's getting harder and harder for yellow to clear that red off the button. Red's in a nice spot.
Alright, that's a very high guard.
Sheet 1, got a heater. Yellow gets their hit. He did spill, but great throw.
Yeah, I actually like that red on sheet 2 left the guard pretty high. That kind of makes runbacks very hard.
Yeah.
I think they were looking to get it like top 12, but then
What do you do if you're yellow here? What do you like, Mike?
I would probably try to get in the forefoot here.
You gotta be thinking, how can I clear that one off the button later?
Or peel the guard works
Yeah.
as well. Maybe if you run it straight back, you get lucky and chip that one out. Then you leave a guard, of course.
Run
which is
what?
the red,
super high guard?
the really high guard. I
Okay.
think if you leave your shooter there, you okay. You can draw around that,
Okay.
and there's a chance that you spill that red.
Yeah. It's probably too late to try to clear either of those offset stacked yellows. So I think that was the call, right? To clear that high one off?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, good make. Over on sheet 1, we've got an open house, 1 guard. Jane Sharp delivering.
Oh, she took her head off, so it's getting serious there.
Oh, yeah. And no tutu from Jane. I don't remember the last time
Oh,
I've seen her
so
not playing a tutu.
I heard that this is not a tutu bond spiel, this is shenanigans bond spiel.
Okay. I like that.
So there was discussion about the tutus.
Well, and they're 2 shots. I think the back of all of their shirts have a different type of alcohol.
Yes, that's right.
So Julie is Jim Beam.
Mm-hmm. Jane is tequila, and the others are wearing jackets.
Okay. Mike, you and I are run hot t-shirt guys on the ice.
Yeah, I prefer like those long sleeves that I can like halfway
Like
pull up. You know,
three-quarter?
you need to, like when you lie in bed, you stick to your foot out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I'm like very much about the micro adjustments where you put the sleeve like another inch to get like just the right.
Nice. Yeah, sometimes after a big sweep, it feels great to go over to the wall and just spread your arms out wide, ditch all the heat into the concrete.
I agree.
I think I finally solved my hot foot issue. I just worn down the insole on my curling shoe.
Oh, gotcha.
So I put a new pair of insole sills, and then I carved out a little piece for the ball of my right foot, because my vice correctly observed that as a plow sweeper, when I'd be really getting into it on the balls of my feet, that's when my right foot would leave a little mark on the ice.
Oh, I see. Oh.
Just in that exact timing.
Hot foot in that sense, yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Did you ever try putting one of those emergency blanket things like underneath there? I don't know. If
That would be my next try. So far, I think I've solved it. I need to mail the shoes back, though. I think it's been like 200 games since I've had them
that's a lot.
resold.
Well, we're speaking of shoes. PSA to everybody: please clean your grippers and
Oh, yes.
brooms.
Yeah, so when I shipped my shoes back a couple years ago to get my non-slider foot resurfaced, I was on the phone with one of the reps. And she said, hey, do you want us to, I originally mailed them back because some of the glue came loose on the sole. She said, do you kick rocks? And I said, just every end. And then she said, how often are you cleaning the bottom of this non-slider foot? Do you want us to replace that too? It's worn down. I said, let's replace it, but I never clean it. She goes, well, you should be doing that every 2 weeks. Scrub brush, bathtub. So now I have a calendar reminder. Every 5-6 games, I scrub the bottom of that off. Over in sheet 2, they were hoping that sweep would get it by.
Don't hold it.
Just clipped off the guard.
Yeah, so far Team Lloyd putting pressure on Team Prohaska again. Sitting one closest to the button, and the other team really trying everything to remove that one and avoid another steal.
Over on sheet 1, I think we're going to see the yellow 6 rock thrown by Julie here. She's being asked to probably kind of nose this red in the forefoot. If they roll over a little center, they'd like that too. But definitely get the hit. Prevent the jam. Rock's underway. Jane's got her broom down.
Looks like they're trying to
carve
curve
it over.
Yeah.
Looks pretty great.
Looks good. Should
Really
roll
nice.
nicely.
Oh, great. Nice.
Wonderful. Beautiful roll there.
4-point shot. We're on sheet 2. We've got the red 8 rock coming in. Just a guard. Just wants to close off the right forefoot. It's coming in.
It's coming in a little hot.
Might be full 12.
Oh,
Well, that
that
makes it
opens
interesting.
up a run, I think.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if Nicole wants to send her own in, or if she sends that center guard they just placed in. There's a way to triple that out.
Yeah, there's a Kevin Martin right angle right there.
Yeah.
Automatic triple.
Again, these two skips could make it. Oh, okay, we got an update from Mayfield. I think it was a Plainfield final in the A event. And from the chat here, it looks like DeYoung and Howell won it out by a point. 6-5.
6-10.
Oh, no, they're still up. The game's
Yeah,
not over.
6-5 over Adams Cognetta after
Yeah, it
6.
might be time for new shoes for me. I've got this big, bulky deluxes.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Craig's curling shoes.
Oh, great shot here.
Oh,
On
beautiful.
sheet
Ah,
one, almost got the
unfortunate
double.
jam, but great shot.
We're seeing some nice hits on both these sheets.
And on sheet 2, it looks like Team Prohaska elected to raise their own yellow.
Okay.
Unless that could be a draw. No, that's a tap up. I think they're just trying to push it to the button for one.
There's a chance. I mean, they could spray that that red button rock. They could spray shot rock over the top.
Yeah, it looks a little light for that. Might be just a straight
Oh,
draw,
great.
actually.
Yeah. It's gonna come up a little short.
And another steal.
Another steal of one. Good game on both these sheets.
But yet again, you're halfway done, but you're up by 4.
Yeah.
At what point do you
And
feel...
you've never had hammer.
Yeah, at what point do you feel kind of comfortable with that?
I'd like to have 5. Then I'd like to have 8.
Fair enough.
But you're right, Mike. I mean,
Yeah, I
any
think-
of these ends going against either of these skips, you know, you got to expect that the other skip could put up 3 on you all of a sudden. Somebody's due for a multi-point end. Back to the action on sheet 1. We recently saw that that jam when that red rock in the forefoot was trying to take off 2 yellows behind T. Yellow was a little heavy here. I think red's going to debate, you know, do we go for a hit? Do we go for a freeze? Clearly red is sitting shot. Red's got 1 more rock. What do you like here, Mike? Do you throw a hit?
I would like, I think, to sit above that pocket. Yeah, right?
I would too. Yeah,
Well-
those yellows are just doing you favors, I think, if you can get your red rock here into the forefoot somewhere.
Like right on the pin would be nice. Maybe a little
Yeah.
bit like back button.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be too high here. Definitely want to be side
Probably
to side of your other
button.
rock.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
think
terrible.
I think yeah. Yeah, they need to be really careful not to leave a straightforward double.
Yeah. Yeah, no crotch double. But everywhere else should be kind of safe. I'll change my opinion when it comes to rest. Over on sheet 2, we're starting end number 5. Lloyd has stolen a point in all of the first 4 ends.
And Prohaska responds back to the guard by drawing around it. If they get that in...
Maybe that ice is
no,
slow
that's
it
a
down a
center
little.
ice guard.
Sheet 1, I think they're talking about all the contingencies, you know, if it's hot, where do we put it? If it's wide, you know, what's our primary?
I really like that they widened up the broom a little bit. I think
Yeah.
you want to be more to the left than to the
Yeah.
right here.
Oh, totally agree. And the nice thing, too, is you can see the skip really spending time with her sweepers, saying, does everybody fully understand what the A shot is? Here's what we might call late. You know, let your vice know if this thing's hot or if it's light, because they'll definitely change their take on it. It's so key. I get a lot of value, like, especially when I'm vicing, but really from any position. When my team is down at the hack, you know, we got 3 players there. I really like it when one of those 3 players verbalizes the shot. And then I also like to hear it verbalized when what the pro side is.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think it keeps the team engaged. And
yeah.
Even at the pro level, I think if you see front-end players like Colin Huffman, for example, he does a phenomenal job with that, really making sure that everybody's on the same page, and if they are not, he will step into the shot and like call out like to verify with the skip. Oh, and there you go. They are going right for the pocket. I think this is a great shot.
Yeah.
It gives yellow an out to draw.
Might have been hotter than they wanted, but, I mean, that's the pro side. Pro side definitely is to just be down in that pile.
I imagine yellow is either trying to punch that out the back or drawing right to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's a way
to
get both those reds out.
No, I don't think so. I think
you could still get 2 if you threw a real
hammer
heater.
Though. Okay.
Yeah.
You could. I think you could skinny the front, like just.
You'd lose one of your yellows.
It's gonna be.
But you could afford to. But yeah, it's too high precision to ask. Just take your 1.
Yeah, I think you could skinny it, push it out like 3-4 inches to the right, and then still manage to nose the red. But I think that's like, I don't think you make that shot deliberately. It's you try to go past and you don't.
Yeah. Or you throw a heater right at the nose on the high one.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it looks great.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're good. Whoa, whoa. Good shot. Good sweep.
That's that
on
point.
sheet 1. So, yellow hammer, they take 1. And after 4 ends, we are now sitting Philadelphia 3, Shot Sisters 2, going into the 5th. Mike, how is our sheet 2 action looking?
It's building up. Team Lloyd has 2 corner guards, whereas Team Prohaska now has 2 center guards. Team Lloyd seems to be happy to just clear things out, keep the center open.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this call. I mean, a lot of skips will draw behind, but...
Which has been working out for them pretty well.
Yeah.
That's right about the time when they tended to get to the forfeit and then just button it down.
Sweepers are on this right out of her hand.
Oh yeah, it appears this will crash on their red.
How far is this cutting over? Oh, it's on the red. Wow. Yeah, that moved early. So Nicole was probably going to try to promote now.
Well, you could also be really greedy and promote them both.
That's true. Do you like to promote here or the draw?
I'm a big fan of promotes.
Yeah.
This way you get things in place. I think it's easier than drawing around on...
Yeah.
Especially if the ice is running a little straight, you might not get a clean tuck.
You have a high percentage chance of ending up behind cover too.
I think if the ice has like 4 or 5 feet of curl, I'm going for the draw all day.
Okay.
But look at that, they listen. They are just putting both.
Exactly what you said. So I'm guessing that Carolyn's going to take the right one out and then roll underneath.
Well, double them.
No, double them, yeah. That works too. The other reason I kind of like the attacking the right one and rolling under is both the one on the left that's a biter and the center line, like, they aren't the easiest promotes into cover at the moment if you were yellow. But she's up 4. She's in an A event final. She's a better curler than me.
There you go. All right.
Red rocks underway for the hit.
Janine throwing some weight there. Looks like she's gonna get the back one.
Oh, nice.
That does leave a promote though here on the center one.
Yeah. Let's see if Nicole likes the promote or just likes the hit and roll under. Promote. Over on sheet 1, we've got a yellow in the back of the 12-foot. We've got a red that's somewhat covered.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, that should be pretty well behind the corner there.
I think red's just calling a straight draw on sheet 1.
I'm hearing
Promote
heavy
is
calls.
underway on sheet 2. The sweepers were on it. Now they're off it. That's usually a good sign. Yeah.
Not quite the way they wanted to go, but I think it serves their purpose just fine.
Yeah.
It is open in that port. Let's see if they go for it.
And that was a nice draw over on sheet 1 there, too. Into open space. It's kind of near some jam possibility. Back on sheet 2, they're going to take tight ice and
Certainly go for that port
yellow
shot.
They could get a great roll here, too.
Oh, sweepers on. Looks like it. She got it though, I think.
Oh yeah, it looks like the roll's gonna be really
And
nice
it's gonna
too.
be a nice roll. Yep.
Oh, great shot. Nice call.
Yeah, and we find ourselves in a familiar position again.
Yeah.
Red rock behind a bunch of cover on the edge of the 4-foot.
Sheet 1, I think that might have been thrown just a touch wide. So sheet 2, I think Nicole was...
Just clearing guards, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, she could be trying to promote into it, but... I think the guard clear, like you said, is probably a higher percentage. To make sure that Nicole has a shot with her 2 rocks. Jaspreet's rock is underway.
Oh, they needed to curl a little more. I think she'll make just enough contact.
Good shot.
Oh, unfortunate promotion there.
Yeah.
Unfortunate that red is still very buried.
Lloyd looks to make this worse. Oh, great on sheet 1. Really nice draw. Great draw. Philadelphia's been firing on all cylinders here on this end. Over on sheet 1. Just check in with our comments. Thank you, folks, for writing comments in the 2 YouTube streams. So on sheet 2, red is looking to set a center 2 guard, take that center path away. Over on sheet 1, we got a draw attempt. Looks pretty nice. They can bring this a little deeper. Good shot. It's open. They could hit it, but there's some jams there.
Oh, the guard over curling a little bit,
Oh yeah, on sheet 2.
but makes access to that red a little bit harder than it was already.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get it all the way out.
Yeah, there could be cheeky double as they just pointed out.
Oh, that could be. That'd be challenging, but
Oh, for sure.
yeah. I mean, we root for it because we want to see it. Over in sheet 1, they're gonna poke out that yellow that they just drew into the top 4-foot. Plenty of weight. Rocks underway. Sweepers are off it. I think they're waiting for it to curl. Oh, it's on the yellow. Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting on sheet 1. Ooh.
What a turnaround.
Yeah.
Red was sitting in a really good spot a moment ago, and now suddenly yellow in the driver's seat.
I like this this guard call on sheet 1. Now that she got the
Certainly
sudden
is.
advantage.
It looks like Nicole
if
is trying to go for that red, I would guess.
On sheet 2.
Oh, that's a... You gotta believe in this shot.
I
That
heard someone
long
yell,
way.
gotta go.
They are on it already. It looks like they'll crash on the red guard that was just thrown. Oh, oh, just not. What an effort. That was still.
Sheet 1, they're trying to set this guard to protect their newfound bounty. I was going to suggest that being on the pile is fine, so I'm actually okay with that. I don't mind that a bit. I mean, red could certainly blast 2 yellows out here on sheet 1.
At minimum, yeah.
Probably not all 3. And I see a lot of ways they only get 1. No, you're right. It's probably 2 if they make contact most places. But these rocks have been cutting. I mean, this could somehow jump over to that high red guard on sheet 1. Looks like over on sheet 2, is that our last red rock? Is that red 8?
On sheet 2, I think it's red 8, yep. And
They're
they'll be just guarding the center line again.
Yeah.
Repeating the script of the previous 4 ends here.
It's almost a little curious. Yeah, why not repeat the script? Yeah, I was debating maybe you run that yellow out, but...
Well, red attempting the double there, getting none of them, really.
Oh, wow, on sheet 1, yeah.
They
They are sitting
they
second shot,
moved
though.
them enough, I think, but...
So sheet 2, the sweepers with the fist bump, they close that port nicely. Nicole is going to have to throw another hero shot with hammer.
Well, I think you can get to that yellow she just threw around that guard. It's very high,
Okay.
but that
Maybe
would be
run
for
that
1.
into the red?
Yeah,
Or just bump it up.
bump it up, I think. I don't think there's running into the red for more than 1.
Over on sheet 1, they are just trying to throw like center 12, just something to protect their 4-foot rock. I feel like it's faster than that, based on the walking speeds. No, the weight's really nice.
Slowed down nicely. No, actually, no. Never mind.
Okay.
That's it. I think if you just run that straight back, you will possibly bounce into your red.
Jaspreet and Nicole on sheet 2, chatting it over, talking about their options for hammer here. Not much there. Dev's weighing in.
The angles aren't doing them any favors here, unfortunately.
I don't see much. Over on sheet 1, I was just expecting like a nose hit. Let's see if that's the call. Maybe not. I think they might. Well, what are they throwing on sheet 1, Rat?
I'm
Is-
guessing just hitting those 2 back ones. Like hit
Yeah.
the one on the 4-foot and then roll into the one on the 8-foot.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be behind cover.
Yeah.
And I think I'm not quite sure who's sitting. Nicole here on sheet 2 electing for the in-turn draw around that guard, tapping up the yellow, I believe.
I like that call.
Just trying to get on the board and get some momentum going here.
Jaspreet's calling him off.
Wow,
Jaspreet's
that
starting to walk
pick,
away.
it picked. That's really unfortunate.
Well, I think we've seen this before. Red steals 1 on sheet 2. And on sheet 1, did we see a flash? There's no change in the rocks. We were both looking at sheet 2 there.
Yeah,
But
I would guess
fortunate
so.
for yellow. I think yellow's probably going to just throw a center guard, if I had to guess.
Or hit and roll that red.
Yeah, that would work too.
I think at that point it's an overwhelming amount of rocks in the house in the middle.
Yeah, you're right. Even if you just kind of nose, yeah, you'd want to roll under.
Nose is fine too, but roll under would be perfect.
Yeah. Front sheet 2, we've got a classic center guard. Sweepers are on it. Can they get it over?
Oh, they got it.
I almost wonder if that team is sponsored by Endgame. They're all using orange Endgame brooms. You don't see too many of those.
Oh, interesting.
It's neat seeing the increase in manufacturer options.
Oh, yellow elected to just go for a center line guard.
I like it. Well, you're right. I mean, no, maybe you do it. Maybe you should have attacked that red, because then you'd be sitting 4
Right.
versus just sitting 1.
And they would get 1 at most anyway,
Yeah,
which is the same situation you're in now, I think.
yeah. I'm with you though. I think there's like an inside double off the yellow in the top of the 4-foot, and then rolling over to the left on that yellow in the 8-foot. I think you mentioned that one a few rocks ago, Mike.
Yeah, I think that's what they... I think they tried that last time.
Oh, maybe that was the flash. Okay.
If that works out, I think they might be sitting 1 too. I'm not quite sure if the red on the right is closer than the yellow on the top.
Right. Oh, that's a good point. So they're electing a straight draw. That's interesting.
I don't hate it. Build your lead a little bit. Get up by 2.
Yeah. I mean, if you make this shot, I don't know what you do with your hammer. Maybe you're just happy taking the 1.
Oh, I thought this was hammer.
I think there's 3 rocks
Oh,
left.
no, you're right. Oh, interesting. Yeah, then I would like them to try another one. Although if they get behind the pile here, they might force yellow's hand and then give themselves another one on the last one.
I guess they could feel, too, that if they went for that inside double, that if they accidentally hit that rock that's center line in the 8-foot, it could jam onto their only red.
The danger here is, I think, even if they make a nice draw, if that's its like top button,
Yeah.
yellow has a double to punch across and then sit 4 still.
That's a good point.
That makes it a little heavy.
They're going to get a piece of their own and hope to roll. It's too late for that. I mean, do you go for the double here?
No, I would just hit and roll. I think roll across to the back button. You don't have to
Right,
hammer.
it is open. Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Meanwhile, here on sheet 2, we have 2 sets of 2 guards.
Oh, man.
Both teams electing to go with corners and centers.
Very consistent. Waits.
Now Team Lloyd with their
Oh, look
right
at
to
that
the
come
pin.
to rest.
Very nice.
Look at that come to rest. Great shot.
It will be showing a little bit on the left side there. Team Prohaska electing to just follow that down.
I think you just got to make sure you're not short here.
Yes, another guard would get them in a all too familiar situation, I think.
Yeah. Over on sheet 1, it looks like they are electing to hit the red in the 4-foot, as we expected.
The yellow rock hanging a little bit on sheet 2.
Oh.
No total disaster though, I think it's buried enough.
Yeah, red's got to be happy about this. Just agreeing to play in the 4-foot at this point.
Alright, the Shot Sisters, I believe, are just drawing in there.
No, I think they're hitting that red like you said. I could be wrong.
Yep, that's hit weight.
Red Rock coming in on sheet 2 here.
Team
Looks like
Lloyd
it's gonna
with
come
a
right.
beauty.
Yeah, the shot. Well, yeah, that center one's pretty buried. Over on sheet 1, it looks like they did get the punch out. But I don't think that changes anything. Red's either going to do another straight draw or hit themselves and roll in a little.
Oh, they're going for the big
They're
shot.
going to try it. So they must feel that their Red Rock is sitting third shot.
Okay, Team Prohaska drawing to the last thrown rock. I think that's looking really nice.
Yeah, wow. On sheet 2, yeah. Great shot. Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
Sheet 1 is either a straight draw or a up weight, rolling off yourself.
It's hard to tell with how the broom is right off the rock.
Probably straight draw. They just threw a straight draw. Two fun ends here. It's nice, and we have a lot to talk about between every shot.
Yeah, real well-matched games, even though one scoreboard doesn't look like it. They have been very tight ends, each and every single one of them.
Red Hammer is on the way on sheet 1. Red Rock on sheet 2 is also arriving.
Trying to rearrange the rocks there a little bit.
Let's look at the hammer on 1 here. Is it there? Does it have enough? Does it have enough?
Not.
Oh.
Just not.
That's going to be a steal for the Shot Sisters. And after 5 ends, that's going to be tied up. 3 apiece. Two good games. All of our finals games have been great.
Well, Team Prohaska electing to go for a raise now, run back.
That's fun.
I think they have a lot of targets here.
True. There's only like one bad jam. But a lot of good jams.
Yeah, I think take inside, yeah.
Unfortunately, that closes the path too. Although you could run that again.
Giving away secrets to Team Lloyd. They're listening.
Sheet 1, we are entering the 6th end. And I think that we're getting a classic center guard as the call. Sweepers are on it.
It's a rocking play.
Has enough weight to get over the hog here. Great shot. Sit it right on the center line. 2 guard. Well thrown. Well swept. Back in sheet 2. I think red is trying to set that
that's
high guard.
well short of the hog line.
Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a good 6 feet.
It could be a fortunate break here for Team Prohaska if they manage to...
Still a really hard ask for this promote.
Yeah, it could be for... Oh, it's good. Gonna be 2, but if you run that straight into that red one, the 2 reds should spill.
Yeah. Yeah, this promote had a more forgiving angle when that guard was wider out 2 shots ago.
Okay, sweepers are carving it over a little bit.
This looks...
It's gonna be too wide, I think.
But it's open now.
It's open now.
So I think we know what red's gonna do. Set a 2 guard. Over on sheet 1, we had yellow deliver that center 2 guard perfectly. Red decided to draw behind. Looks like it went a little deep, but good line.
Really buried, yeah.
Yellow is going to chase that. And even if yellow moves their guard off center line, not too mad about it. They'd like to keep that guard, though, given the option.
Yeah, they're well past it. I think they're
carving. They're carving. Oh, it's nice.
That's looking real good.
It's a great shot. Really nice. Doesn't have to be deep. This is fine.
Yeah,
Good shot.
Close to perfect. That's very nice. Asking the question of your counterpart, can you do the same?
Yes. I played in the finals of the 10 and under at Schenectady a month or so ago. And so we set a perfect center guard, and our opponents who had hammer put it right on the button. And we answered by nudging them just back far enough, and I think it'd throw their whole game off. It's so nice when your lead can make both shots just perfectly.
There you go. Rock went through, so now Shot Sisters have the opportunity to build another good end here.
Yeah. I don't mind this high, but given the great location of that center guard, I mean, you could go top 4 center here, too.
I agree. I would certainly do that. Either that or top 12 is good, too.
Yeah. Yeah, anything top house on that side of the 4-foot or center is great. Thanks again for these recolas, man. These are great.
Yeah, certainly.
Action over on sheet 2. Looks like they're going to do some guard clears here so that Nicole has a good hammer shot after that. Yellow 7 is being lined up on sheet 2.
The yellow team is running out of runway here slowly, though.
Yeah.
I think they really need to get at least 2 here this end. Who knows? Maybe the secret to this game is to not have hammer.
Seems that way.
Nice peel.
Yeah.
Left somewhat of a center guard, but it's off enough that there should be a shot.
Oh, look at this on sheet 1. Okay.
Very close, but still great rock.
Yeah. Yeah, I think yellow's going to hit and try to roll under. Yellow just can't afford the jam here.
Well, as red here, wouldn't you just hit your red into the yellow?
It's not a bad call.
You could get rid of both yellows, and then facing 4 is going to be a real hill
on
to
sheet
climb.
2. Yeah. I like that. That, or maybe they're trying to make a t-shirt scoreline. Just all ones. Tough break on sheet 1. Their takeout flashed wide.
Just didn't quite curl for them there.
So sheet 1, looks like we're going to get a call for a tap up. I guess even a little short's
On
okay.
sheet 2, yeah.
Oh.
It looks like they're trying to tap thing.
Just cover.
Okay. That works.
It's open though, right?
I think it gives... They have a look at the button one for sure.
Yeah.
There's a path to it.
Yellow could take 2 here. I think the interesting thing here for yellow is the vice has to be wary of this rock cutting from right to left and finding that red guard that's in the 8-foot center.
Certainly.
So you can't hit that. But if you sweep too much to ensure that you never hit that, then after contact, your shooter might roll far enough outside of the 4-foot that it's not sitting second shot. You can't afford that either.
Yeah, certainly. I think that would be convenient to have a lefty on the team here, shooting last. Changing the angle a little bit. You have
I like
to go
that.
across, but you stay away from the yellow guard a little more.
That's a good point.
That run is... a lot of team discussion here.
So they're going to blast this, I guess? Wow. Not sure what this is.
I think you have to. There's not much room.
I guess you're right. It is pretty tight. Yeah, because that yellow high guard is like completely inside the forefoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't have your shooter roll outside of the four.
Or even one here. I think if you make contact with that button, you at least have that burden off your back. But
that's true.
This is still a very narrow, very long port. And the angle of the port is not exactly in the favor of the shot they are trying to make. Here it goes.
Our hammer is away on sheet 2.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be very... She got it right by that one. By the other one,
oh, beauty. Got the one. That's fine. Good hit.
Still something to build on.
Yeah.
They got their point.
Over on sheet 1, I think the rock cut a little hard.
The curse of the hammer has been passed on to the other team. So let's see how it works out from here on.
Couple of bells for the home team getting off the schneid here. Like I said, over in sheet 1, I think red was trying to throw the hit, but it curled on top of the guard. They might have been throwing a freeze.
Are they shaking?
But they caught the guard anyway.
Okay. There was some discussion, but I think they...
Might have just been a high five. Sheet 1, I think yellow just wants to close this up. Yellow's over curled
that's
too.
a little spicy. No?
Oh, they really wanted that rub, probably.
Honestly, this works out well, though. That's going to be a nice corner freeze there.
True. And it's kind of in the way.
It is, for sure. And gives you the risk if you rub on that, you suddenly face 3.
You're right. That's a great point. So after 6 ends on sheet 2, Lloyd is up 5-1. Oh, thanks, Chris.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. You missed our beginner facts early on.
In true NBC tradition, they sometimes call the 2 players the broom sweepers because of the sweeping action that they perform on the ice. And other dumb things.
Yeah,
we're going to see the risk, just like you said, Mike. Yep.
Yep, there it is. Sometimes just having that risk in your head will make it come true. Now.
Sometimes you will it into the universe.
That's right.
So 4 rocks left on sheet 1. I have to think that yellow's going to close this port as their shot call.
Okay, guys, here on sheet 2, we'll go to commercial for the rest of the game.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
I've got 15 minutes to tell you about the hometown of a figure skater in an event that happened 3 days ago. And then maybe we'll get back to curling.
That's right.
Sheet 2, we got a center guard, and then we had a really nice draw into the top 4 by red there. Over on sheet 1, after some interesting events of the last 2 rocks, yellow finds himself in a great steal position. If they can just close this port, this could be the game, really. This could be the real turning point. Let's see how this guard works out. Oh, don't overcurl it. Don't overcurl it.
Well, I think that's good.
Yeah?
A little deeper than I would have liked, but it will, I think,
great.
Protect their rocks. And
yeah, that lane's closed. So, red has 2 rocks. I think red's got to be thinking about their, how the heck do we get something in there with hammer later? So does red clear out the yellow guard that yellow set on sheet 1?
Yeah, I would run back the one she just shot. I think hope I take 1 or 2 other yellows along with it. Meanwhile, on sheet 2, we can see 2 centers coming out of Team Prohaska.
Yeah, I expect over on sheet 1 we'll see like
Team
6
Lloyd.
guard attempts.
And Team
And then
Lloyd
they'll try to take some.
going just straight for the button and overloading that.
I think we had an accidental guard kick over on sheet 1, but that's been quickly fixed. Yeah, the only other thing I see on sheet 1 is you could try to run your left guard, your left 2 guard, onto the button. Or you could save that for yourself for your last shot.
Yeah, I would really like them trying to run the guard that was just shot, hit the one on the top 4. That will give you a draw pass out to the other side.
With backing, because all the other yells
right.
would be behind T. Yeah, that's a good point. Was that a mistake over on sheet 2?
I believe, yeah, they tried to draw to the button. I think it came up very light and ended up being yet another centerline guard. Now Team Prohaska trying to get to the center, which looks pretty good.
And that's fine.
Just
that's
rubbed
an okay
a little
result.
bit,
Guards are their friends, and they're going to try to put a lot of them up. Okay. Red on sheet 2 seems to be in for a pound at this point. They're not going to be clearing guards anymore. They're going to be, like Mike said, probably just overloading. Going for the kill shot. Sometimes it works for you, sometimes it works against you.
Shooter looks a little disappointed. Oh, that's over curving a lot. This is not going to make it over the hog line. Maybe it will.
Oh, yeah, it's in play. Huh.
They tried not to, but so that side's pretty much gone.
Sheet 1, I think they're still deciding. It's a pretty big shot.
Looks like they're trying to draw back to the one at the very edge of the 4-foot in the back.
Huh.
I'm not quite sure how that sets up their next shot. Unless, is this hammer?
Agreed.
No.
Yeah, there's nowhere you can really put it on the right side to promote it later into that back button yellow.
Right.
No, that's where they put the broom. So they are looking to set up a promote for the hammer. But they have to expect that yellow would just close that path. It seems like the higher value play would be to clear that last yellow guard, like you said, Mike. But they have elected to set a promotable rock. Just such a small margin for error here. Rock is on the way, sheet 1. This is the red 7.
Sweepers off. Now they're on. Trying to carve it over. Nope. Call them right back off again.
I can't hear.
Oh,
there we go.
one of the mics.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, that looks pretty decent actually.
Oh, yeah. That's where they wanted it.
Don't go too deep.
That's too deep. So, yeah, that's unfortunate for them.
I think yellow should just follow that.
Or close. Yellow doesn't want to leave like a high right 4-foot that could be used against them with the red hammer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think right to the reds.
Yeah, if they can make contact with the reds in almost any fashion, it works. Or be extra short. Just not... Yeah, just not high right 4-foot. That gives an angle on shot rock.
Alright, here on sheet 2 we're seeing some runbacks now. Some raises, whichever way you want to call them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, a little bit of
speed
slip.
wobble.
Oh, the
she's
yellow
not
8.
happy.
That was a slip. But
looks
sometimes
decent.
people throw a good rock.
It looks like it might end up a guard. So that will serve their purpose just fine. Good recovery there by Monica.
Yeah.
Still getting it out and more or less in the right spot.
Oh, yeah. You're right. Great recovery, great release. Looks
Alright,
like on
they peel the guard.
Okay. Was that the call?
Not sure. I don't think so, but I think they were trying to get that yellow that nears the house into the button
Oh, okay.
block.
We're going to see the hammer on sheet 1 here. And I think it's just going to be a... Wait, is it a straight draw? How did they get there? I think they should run that left... Yeah, we were looking at that a couple of rocks ago. Go for it. I don't know what this gets you.
No, I would be worried making it worse here.
I don't think this is here. They clearly do, and they've been playing on this ice, so...
There is a port that's wide enough
There's a
for rock.
port.
You can get through there, but that's a very high difficulty shot, and you still give up one, I think. I don't think you get closer to the button than the other one.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how you get a piece of the button. And you're sitting second shot. I mean, is there a risk of running
I don't
up
think so.
that left red that you have to worry about?
They could, if they ever are wide, if it's hard enough and rub on that yellow, it could redirect it enough that it noses that yellow at the top.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
But
Bang into the red. Yeah, that is a risk.
I'm not sure what weight they're looking to throw here, but
I'm with you, though. I don't know how a rock ends up being shot here on this line.
yeah.
I mean, if anything, you can give yellow 2.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the same way you could have if you tried that that high raise on the left. Let's see what happens. Not a lot of good options, that's for sure.
Yeah, you know, here on sheet 2, Team Lloyd sinking 2 in the house, sitting 2, and holding on to those now.
Sheet 1 hammer is in play. They found the port.
Just
Oh.
not.
All right, so after 6, the Shot Sisters have slowly clawed back and now take the lead. Up 4-3.
Oh, hold on, no, they scored 1.
Oh, what did I? Oh, yeah. Thank you. I don't know why I put 4 on there as I'm talking. Thank you, my partner. Quickly noticed that.
All right. Looks like Team Lloyd got another guard very high up. Team Prohaska really getting into a make or break situation here slowly. Not quite sure what to do here though. These are well buried.
On sheet 2.
You could release like a seeing eye shot that goes around those guards and somehow makes contact.
I mean, is she thinking about the in-off on her own yellow? But she needs points. She can't, like, lose
Right,
that yellow.
yeah. 1 is not enough.
Seems like a straight draw. But then you just have to make both straight draws. Over on sheet 1, we've entered the 7th end. Got a really tight guard to the house. Red's going to utilize that, try to hide behind it. Over on sheet 2, we've got the yellow 7 rock. Like we were saying, not many options. I think this is just a straight draw.
Sweeper's liking it so far.
Yeah,
It's
the
coming
sweepers are off
across, I think, fairly nicely. It's looking pretty good.
That looks great. Okay.
Still doesn't solve the one that's on the button or touching the button, but maybe
No,
that's
from
a
red,
chance
I
for
followed
the
it
in-off
down,
now.
Right?
Now the in-off might be worthwhile hitting that across. It's a pretty wide hit.
Yeah. I think I just follow it down and pro side short. Or pro side heavy. I mean, all of it's
Yeah,
good.
I would just probably guard.
Actually, you want to be heavy. It's the same thing we talked about in the last end on sheet 1. You just don't want to put this in like the left side high 8 where you're setting up double on the shot rock.
Yeah, I agree.
But you put it anywhere else on that line, it's good. Just not 8 foot. Top 8. Over on sheet 1, looks like red maybe tried to come around
Oh, it
that
looks
tight
like-
left guard.
yeah, I
They
think
left it out in the open.
They rubbed it a little
Yellow
bit, I
went
think.
ahead and smashed it out.
I believe they rubbed that guard, actually. It
Oh,
wasn't
is that what
biting
happened?
before.
Okay.
So now I think they pushed it out a couple inches and rolled open. And
Oh, you're right, because it wasn't on before.
And yellow pounced on it.
You're a little low again.
I'm just speaking
There you
soft.
go. No, it's all good. So we've got the red 8 in motion on sheet 2. And again, they just want to close his path. Heavy bumps okay, shorts okay. Just don't put it on the 8 foot.
Yeah, that looks like a good guard. Closing down the path they just took.
Yeah. So now I think you have to try
You have
it
to
in
do
off.
that enough, yeah.
I think she's just been saving that for hammer.
Just trying to make it exciting for the viewers.
Might have been a flash over on sheet 1 because there's still 2 yellow rocks in play, and I think yellow is going to draw behind.
Lots of ones here in both games.
Yeah. It's a sign of some evenly matched teams. No big runaways. All right, over on sheet 1, they elect to leave it high and more center rather than try to bring it in as a biter.
Here comes Nicole's
Tight game.
in-off.
Yeah, we think it's enough.
Yeah, it's going. It certainly is.
Sheet 2.
Oh, that's looking a little
They
skinny.
got it.
Ah,
Oh.
just not enough curl.
That's hard to call. It's tough to get that result. I always feel like it's going to be great.
Yeah, Nicole has too much hair for that. That's why Kevin Cooey does that so well. It's like so aerodynamic.
Oh, I
It's
see, I see.
Yeah, I suspect we might see handshakes here very shortly.
Yeah, on sheet 2. Sheet 1, red threw a hit and tried to roll all the way under the guard. They didn't get much of a roll. Let's see what yellow wants to do, though. No hammer for yellow. Not a lot of value for yellow to run that red off. I would try to bury something. Or put something like top 12 again. Looks like the release might have been a little off based on the broom adjustment from the skip there. So I think this is, if the weight's good, it might sit open. A little hot. It's okay.
Meanwhile, on sheet 2, they're trying to draw around the other side now. Oh no, that's going nowhere. They take their one. Let's see what the teams decide to do. Looks like they're throwing rocks back at minimum.
Okay.
This could be an interesting end. No, they are shaking. Unless they're just doing mid-game hugs, which I'm also absolutely okay with.
I'm not sure that we saw a shake.
I saw fist bumps and hugs.
Yeah.
Alright, no, mid-game
I
hugs.
saw-
Commendable. I like
I
that.
saw Nicole's hand come out. Maybe it's a glance to the to her front and to say, should we shake? But we did not.
Well, let's hope that works out for Team Lloyd, that the hug didn't unlock hidden potential now.
It is a challenge to give up 5, so. And Lloyd has played a great game.
Oh, most certainly.
I mean, both All 4 of these teams.
Team Lloyd
Playing good
electing
games.
with the safe way of just throwing rocks out.
Back over on sheet 1, we've got a 1-point game. 7th end. Red hammer. I think yellow sees this skinny inside off double. They're probably going to try it. Alternatively, they could just hit that deeper red and then roll under the left. I don't hate that. I would actually call that.
You know, for next time we broadcast, we need to come up with keys to the game as well.
Oh, yeah.
And make some
Little
horrendous
telestrator.
puns, yeah.
Yellow rock is underway on sheet 1. Okay.
Alright.
Not the A shot, but a very good B. Are they going to split here? That'd be interesting, right? I say call the split. Bump that red over to the left.
Yep, I think they are.
Bump your shooter over to the right.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. I don't like... I mean, whatever you like. All these are fine. Drawn in's fine. Being a little short's okay. Split's great. Promote's okay. A lot of good options. I think this is the draw.
I think they have the same idea as you do, that everything is a good shot here.
Yeah.
So let's just get the rock going and see how it shakes out. Yeah, let's garden that.
Okay. That's probably the... Wow, no. I'd say that's the worst that could have turned out, but not really. You do have to keep in mind, though, that you're red. And you do have hammer. So one more short rock exit only like that. If yellow manages a sneaky promote or great draw, suddenly you're chasing. But everybody's in good shape on this end. Over on sheet 1.
Team Prosk had something happen to that rock. It went really wide out of the sudden. Building 2 guards though. Team Lloyd playing the very safe game and just ripping the rocks through. Oh, nice bounce here.
Yeah, Julie wasn't too happy with that out of her hand. I think she made a funny motion and tapped her forehead, but pretty great result, like you said, Mike. Now here's the promote. There's nothing to split under now. And again, short's okay here, but if yellow was to draw one into the forefoot in the following shot, then suddenly red's got a lot of stuff in the way. So here we go. Here's a promote. Sweepers are on it on sheet 1. They're staying on it. Okay, here a whoa, whoa, whoa. Now a yes, yes, yes. Usually that means the shot's great. You love to hear that as a thrower. Ooh.
Alright.
It's okay.
It's a great biter on sheet 2.
Oh, yeah. Over on sheet 1, they wanted to promote, but they couldn't get over enough, so the shooter rolled left after contact. So it leaves a crotch here for yellow to kind of smash it into.
Yeah, and I think you
From
could
either
even
side.
bounce up back under that red guard.
Yeah.
Alright, here on sheet 2 now. Team Lloyd removing any guards,
As you
really
do.
limiting Team Prohaska's chance of scoring. From here on out, pretty much every one of their rock needs to
Be in the
be
rings.
in the rings or
On sheet 2.
near the rings at least.
Sheet 1. We've got the inside roll double here. in off, in curler terms.
Alright, Team Prohaska electing to put up one last guard. Very tightly to that biter.
Can they afford that? Rock blocks?
They have 4 more left, so
Okay.
just. Now if they get the double here, it's pretty much game over.
Over on sheet 1, it looked like that hit attempt hung a bit, so they only got the 1 red. If I'm red on sheet 1 in a tight game, I have hammer. It's 7th end.
I think I draw behind here.
I think I do too. Maybe you would you consider drawing to the left side behind cover?
Just button,
No,
I think.
it'd be hard to
Which way you
outcount the
going,
yellow.
yeah.
Yeah, I think coming from the right side and just a straight draw. Don't put it behind T, though.
Yeah, realistically, being behind 1, I think red really needs to play big here and
Yeah, go for 3.
go for 3. Otherwise, you'll be in a tricky situation next end. Although we have seen a ton of steals, so
Yeah.
maybe you want to be tied. Or up 1.
So, that Schenectady spiel, the 10 and under, sorry, I think about it there. Thank you. I added up in the car ride home. My team over 4 games stole 14 ends.
Oh, very nice.
My team over 4 games gave up 0 steals.
There you go.
And I don't think I can ever match that metric. Yeah.
Well, Team Prohaska sitting 2. Looks like Team Lloyd did manage to clear both of them.
Oh, yeah. Over on sheet 1, they are going for that draw, but I think they're on that yellow guard. So just pile of rocks. This is the kind of end that can swing very quickly. I think yellow should probably just follow that and do the same thing. Come from the right side, go for a bite of the top 4. Looks like what they're going to do.
Okay, Team Lloyd gets
A shot on sheet 2.
single. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3. I think that's game. But they continue playing. Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that is enough. But why not? You're playing into the glass anyway. On sheet 1, yep, the yellow is trying that draw. First one into the 4-foot. Might score this end in a tight game.
Yeah, I think that's the theme we've seen across both sheets here.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize on sheet 1 already that we're at, this is the yellow 8 rock. No, it's not. Wait, is it?
Maybe.
I think it is. Yeah, yeah. Wow, that went quickly. This whole end went quickly.
Ooh, same problem here.
Oh.
They're coming up short.
That's tough. So red's got a lot of real estate to take 2. But if red comes up short here and scores only 1, we're probably not going to see an extra end in this game. We'll see how it goes.
I'm not sure I like this call too much going this side. They've seen 2 rocks now, but both of
It's
them
tighter.
were light. And
Yeah.
their support.
Yeah, I'd probably come the other way, just because it seems like it cuts. Yeah, I'd come this way. 'Cause
Right,
yeah, you
yes.
can land on your own rock.
I don't like it. I mean, maybe they have a good enough read on this
Yeah.
now after seeing 2 rocks.
That's true.
And they have a good idea what is needed to make this shot well.
Yeah, I like the left side just because you have backing on yourself, but your point is valid. From the on ice that I can hear, I think they're having the same conversation that we did, Mike. Do we feel comfortable about this side and how this is tighter? If I'm yellow, I'm happy that red has chosen this side.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I think if I'm yellow, I'm pretty happy with this end in general.
Yeah.
And that's off. Let's see, light clean. Now they're sweeping.
You got to be worried about
Now
this
the sweepers
overcutting
are
on this
back
line.
off. They're liking it.
Oh.
It needs to sit.
Oh. I'm going to say no. Okay.
All right. Tied into the 8th end.
Tied into the last for our C event final. Maybe we should type into the the feed of this game at the other one's side. For those listening on Sheet 2, I just want to tell you that our Sheet 1C event final is now tied going into the last end. If you wanted to see that game as well.
Switch the hammer to Shot Sisters too.
Oh, thank you.
Perfect.
Hats off again to our plucky group of volunteers for everything in curling. For putting this field together, getting the tent outside, getting the wonderful food, getting all the competitors, having great ice, having bartenders. And near and dear to my heart is all the time and effort that's gone in by several people to get this new video equipment and feed and lines run and switches, routers, all sorts of software updates. We got some new mixing boards, we got some new headsets. Hats off to Mike for getting the on-ice stuff squared away ahead of our finals. I think he had it working yesterday. And then Mike also brought a bunch of spare equipment, just in case the stuff that we have here wasn't going to be ready to go. And that gives us the ability to have 2 headsets on right now. One on our necks, one on our heads.
Next time we'll figure out how to do it properly, but...
Yeah, I think this is pretty good.
That works, yeah.
I'm still pretty thrilled that we got the on-ice mics working, like it all.
Yeah, it's so important to, I think, just have that chatter.
I'd be curious from there, those at home, although I guess I'll just watch this later. I'm curious how much of the warm room conversation is bleeding into our mics or not.
I don't think it's too much. We're hearing pretty close to what the audio is on our headphones, so...
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I can hear the on-ice mic a decent bit sometimes. So, okay. On sheet 1, we are entering our last end. We are tied. Red, without hammer, sets the usual center guard. I think yellow might have been throwing corner guard. It slipped in. Red's going to say, I'm not too worried about it. Let's get behind cover first. And I think we're going to try to race to the button. See who makes a mistake first. 2 good teams.
No, that's looking like a good shot. If they make it past that guard, very nice. Red really...
Hammer's underway on sheet 2. Point of pride point. Oh!
The war room loves it.
Oh. That was a really precise double. Not going to change the outcome, but everybody's pretty happy on the ice. And that's what you want to see. You're going to hear some clapping when the A event finalists come off the ice. Again, on sheet 1, that was a terrific draw behind cover. Not sure about the line on this one. Might have come out a little wide.
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah. Might have been a slip. It's okay. But in play.
Barely on camera.
Yeah. So if I'm red, I think I'm pretty happy with my 1 rock here. I either freeze right on top of it.
Yeah.
I could put up another guard. But you run the risk. You put up another guard that somehow yellow manages to promote their 12-foot rock late in this end, and then you're just kind of out of it if you're red. You'd much rather be red right now.
I wouldn't hate a corner freeze on that yellow guard either.
Yeah.
That shores up that side and removes the raise pretty much.
Yeah.
Or just put the guard on the other side. Wouldn't be bad either. At worst, put another one in.
Yeah.
Let's look. Well, or promote the guard up.
You don't want to move that center guard, though. That's fine. So if I'm yellow, I think I'm clearing guards.
Yes. You have hammer. You want that
Yeah.
shot to win, right?
Do it early, too. Don't wait for your Vice Rocks.
I agree. Now looks like they're playing one more in, trying to.
Tough part is, I mean, it leaves you in a similar position even if you make this shot, right? You probably don't get enough of the red to actually drive it out of the house where it's not shot rock.
Yeah, I would.
And you spill, and you leave those two nebulous red center guards for later anyway. So I really like just attacking the guards.
I agree, and they're lined up that you just hit them and they both go.
Right. And you have a stick curler who can throw, you know, like upweight shots up a center line.
Oh, that's
This
a
is a
nice
good
peel,
outcome.
though.
Yeah.
Oh,
unfortunate
unlucky
roll
bounce,
in.
though.
Yeah.
I'd argue they're in a worse situation than they were.
I think I totally agree. Yeah. Even higher's fine. Really, but any rock in this line is good. Even if you freeze on a shot, even if you bump shot backwards, none of it's bad.
Oh, there you go. The red team has their pocket lefty here for special shots. I wonder if there are any like switch hitters in curling that just.
I don't think you're allowed to. I think you have to commit to a hack in a given game.
I think if it depends on what hand you deliver with, you have to use a certain hack. But I'm not sure how the rules are worded exactly. But if I deliver with the left, the problem is you would need to switch shoes constantly.
Oh, that's true.
It's rather impractical.
I do think that maybe the most recent rules update actually did say what you just said, as far as like a right-handed, you know, thrower has to use the left hack.
Yeah, I was looking into that because Utica is coming up with all these special deliveries.
Yeah.
You have the knee slide.
Oh, nice!
That's a great rock.
Good shot.
Good comeback here.
Love an uphill roll.
But yeah, and Utica also has this sliding technique where you slide on the same foot that the rock is on. So if you're righty, you slide on the right foot.
Oh.
And you draw your other foot in between the hacks, like in a weird way.
Oh, right. Oh, I wonder if that would make that illegal then.
No, as a righty, you have to use the left hack.
Yes.
So you have your left foot on the left hack, but your right foot goes in between the hacks.
Oh, so you're still pushing off with it.
And this way you slide right behind the rock. Everything is lined up.
That's interesting.
So, and the reasoning I read for them saying that this might be a better technique is that what we're doing, the opposite, is a remnant from the days where you had to lift it, and that you just couldn't possibly lift it on the same side that you slid.
Yeah.
But since we no longer lift the rock and the ice is so fast that you can just do it with leg strength alone,
doesn't have to be a limitation.
You just line everything up.
Great shot by Red here.
Leaves the double though.
Yeah, but they still won't be shot.
That's true, but it gives them control, I think, of the forefoot to an extent.
It's a big shot from Julie here. The line looks okay, if I'm guessing.
Yeah, nobody's sweeping.
It's a little outside.
So quiet.
She'll get the first one though, I think.
Oh
no! Wow! Oh, that did hold out. I don't know if I called any of those correctly from the visual lines of the four cameras. So Red just wants more stuff in the way. They take a bump here too.